What?
Where's that from?
Fat Albert.
Yeah. I mean, some people might
I
not
can't
know
believe you
that.
just did that.
What?
You forgot you was live.
No, I knew we were live.
Okay.
I don't know who just said it, me or you said, hey, that's what made me think of it, because that's how he goes.
I'm going to do it again. Okay.
Are you embarrassed?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, you know, Kimberly's really goofy. Okay. But a lot of people don't know it, right? So I always say I'm a candidly just recorder so the world can see what I have to deal with. But
oh gosh.
That's another conversation for another day.
Okay.
Hey everybody.
Anywho.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. What up, Brandon, bro? Welcome on IG.
Oh, B-Dog in the building.
Way back more.
What's up, B-Dog? What's up with you, brother?
Happy
Welcome.
Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Hope you all had a wonderful day today. Hope you all enjoyed your weekend.
Right Cameron's right there.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Got you back.
I was correcting him last week, and now he wants to. He corrected me this week, so that's why he's like making sure I'm looking at the right place.
Make sure you're on point.
Happy Tuesday, G-Ma. How you doing
Tuesday,
tonight?
G-Ma. Welcome.
Thank you all for joining us tonight for our weekly The Strategy Geeks Live.
Yes.
If you haven't done so already, be sure to like this live, share. Please share with at least 3 of your followers.
Yeah.
Do us that favor and please share. Sharing is caring.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it if you all would do that. And also, you can follow us. We're at www.thestrategygeeks.com.
Mm-hmm.
We're on Facebook, Instagram, and now YouTube at The Strategy Geeks as well.
Yeah, you got to.
And yeah, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. As you can see, first off, how are y'all doing? How are you doing?
I'm good. This is a good Tuesday. It's been raining all day here in Florida.
It was.
All
day yesterday.
Yeah. So,
today it's been raining.
Yeah. So we got some weather, some late rain coming in the fall, almost winter season. So just Florida. It's Florida for you, but we dealing with it. It makes you want to, especially with all of us who are working at home, which is the majority of the country right now. It's making you want to curl up in the bed or get on Netflix or something. But we powering through it.
Powering through it because I'm ready for sweater weather.
That's right.
Yeah, Florida comes a little late, but
Hey, we do. We don't. I ain't gonna say we don't have no kind of snow, no kind of cold. We probably have 1 or 2 days, maybe.
Oh yeah, in a year.
Yeah.
A very cold days, yeah. But yeah.
So what we're talking about today?
So this week's live, we're gonna just do a Q&A.
Yes.
Sometimes, like every so often, we like to do a general Q&A. Anything on branding, websites, logos, your messaging for your business or social media, anything dealing with the Strategy Geeks and what we do. We just wanted to have a Q&A session because sometimes, each week we talk about one main topic, but sometimes people have questions on other topics. So we like to take some time every so often to do these
Open
general
the floor up a little bit. Okay.
Q&A questions.
Jared in the building. What's up?
What up?
Welcome.
That's right, G-Ma. Sharing is caring. And hey, Uncle Kev.
Uncle Kev in the building. Okay.
Yes. He said K Pasa be familiar.
What's up, Uncle Kev? Man, I've been trying to come on so I could catch my Uncle Kev. Because I know he like to drop in and show some love. So appreciate you coming back in on. Let's jump into it. I already go check something with the kids real quick.
Okay. Right back. He's checking on the kids as he is checking on the kids. Once again, if you haven't already, be sure to follow us. You can find us at www.thestrategygeeks.com. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and now on YouTube. So if you haven't already, you could catch any one of our lives that we've done over this year, and you can catch them on YouTube. So much gems on that. So be sure to, join and subscribe to our YouTube channel, I should say. But other than that, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Like we said, tonight we're just going to spend a little time to answer some of your questions, general questions that you might have for us. So feel free. Oh, that's okay.
I need to do that.
Feel free. Go ahead and drop your questions below. Hey, Fancy.
Fancy in the building. What's up?
We have some Instagram family and we have our Facebook family. So if you see us
we're kind of
talking to people that you might not see is because they're on another platform. So we got some Instagram peeps and we got some Facebook peeps.
Got a question in from Jared.
Yes.
All right, let's see what you got.
What's the top problem you enjoy solving for your clients? The top problem.
You could jump in first.
The top problem that I enjoy solving for our clients.
That's a good question, Jared.
Oh, you ask a hard.
I know one off the top of my head, but
let me see.
You want some time?
There's a couple, because it depends the area. I should preface it like this. One of the things that I enjoy the most is once we have completed a project with the client, them being pleased at their results. So pretty much like the majority of the clients we work with, we've always exceeded their expectations. We always go above and beyond for our clients. So it's amazing to see the end result in their expressions and how they just really just enjoy the overall process, them working with us, and then also just enjoying the result of the project, whether it was a website that they totally, they weren't prepared, oh my gosh, or
so you say website is one.
Website.
It's the whole thing.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. So that's why I couldn't really package it, but go ahead, because I know you got one.
What is this?
Oh, sorry. Like we mentioned in a couple of our lives before, we have two little ones. So sometimes they try to come in and,
she ran away.
under the door. She's pulling a little, what's a ruler or a pen.
She put her fingers under the door.
Yeah,
it's
trying
crazy.
To get our attention.
Okay, so for me, I would say top problem I enjoy solving is clarifying the target audience for our clients.
Clarity.
So, a lot of times, we're all guilty of it. We have a lot of things we're good at, right? We're good at, on average, 2 or 3 things. So most of the time our clients come to us and they're like, I want to launch my book, right? And then I want to do my counseling, and then I also want to do my singing, and then I want to do this and I do that. So I love the experience where we're able to, kind of take them through a discovery call and discover what the primary, or sometimes what we call the lowest hanging fruits are. And then we normally get them to focus there first, right? We get them to kind of get some structure, and we talk a lot about systems and processes. So we kind of help them get a system and a process for that primary thing that is their, their cash cow or is their lowest hanging fruit. And then we get a plan, a kind of a phased out plan on okay, maybe you could come back and implement this on your website later, bring on the t-shirts and bring on the counseling and bring on all the other things you do good. So I love the time when we're able to provide them with that clarity, because a lot of times it's not that they can't do all the things, it's just having a plan to tackle it all. So good question, man. Good question.
Thanks.
Now we had a question that came in afterwards. So
yes, from Instagram.
This one first. Any Black
Friday strategy freebies? Any Black Friday strategy freebies? Are you asking
ideas?
Ideas, or are we going to have some Black Friday strategy freebies?
Oh yeah.
Fancy.
Yeah.
She said she was dealing with the kids also, so she could understand about the kids. I'm not sure if she logged off yet.
Okay. So let's so Fancy, clarify that for us.
Yes.
And we'll come back to that.
But the other question on there, next, Brandon says, what's one aspect of marketing and strategy do you feel is most overlooked for new entrepreneurs? And I want to preference, so it's one aspect of marketing and strategy you feel is most overlooked for new entrepreneurs. And I'm going to group this with another question that I saw on Facebook with Sabrina. She says, what's the difference between branding versus marketing? And I think these are 2 questions that can go right together that we find a lot with our clients. And it deals hand in hand with branding versus marketing. I'm gonna let Cleet take this one.
I mean,
this is one of his favorite topics.
Well, yeah, we tend to talk about it a lot, and
Thanks for the question.
And it's funny, we typically answer it differently every time. But one of the aspects of marketing and strategy that most entrepreneurs overlook is the difference between branding and marketing. A lot of times we're branding when we should be marketing, and we're marketing when we should be branding. So what do I mean by that? Well, when you start off your business, you start off your personal brand, right? You want to, of course, establish what we call a brand identity, right? So you're going to work on your logo, your colors, right? Your website, any marketing material, whether it's printed or web material, right? So you're going to work on the aesthetics of your business, and those things are very important in the beginning because you're establishing your brand and you're looking to establish your place in the market. Now, once you've established your brand, or at least establish the core pieces of your brand, you then have to take it and start to market it to your potential clients. Now, marketing is a combination of branding, of advertising, of research, of discovering what audience best align or most aligns with your product or your service. And then you then spend the majority of your business life looking to get in front of that audience, right? So first you got to identify the audience. And then once you identify the audience, you're looking at what messaging, what advertising, what resonates best and most effectively with that audience. Mm-hmm. And that's the business of marketing. So when I say a lot of times we're branding when we should be marketing, well, you start off, you establish that brand, and you might do an exciting post, right? Hey, we just launched our new business, our new website business. And now you have the logo, you have the website, you get your friends and family to come to it. And then you stop there and you come maybe a couple of weeks later, a few days later, and you post the same thing. And you're constantly just showing your logo, showing your website, but you're not really giving value, you're not really marketing to your, or advertising rather, to your audience. And then you're not marketing from a standpoint of, you're not learning, okay, now that I've shown you what my brand is, who's interested in my brand, right? You're not doing surveys, you're not doing all of these necessary actions that are all a part of marketing. So, it's just like a church, right? A church can have the most effective experience, in the world. They can have great praise and worship, they can have great messaging, great preaching, but if they never take the time to identify who their target audience is and then go and get in front of that audience, no one knows they exist, right? And that's the thing with your business, with your brand, that you have to delineate the two. You got to say, okay, now that I'm established that I'm a church or I'm a business or whatever have you, now let me go through the process of getting in front of people. Right. So those are the things. So to answer both questions, first question from Brandon, what aspects are overlooked? Well, just understanding that, hey, I have to get in front of people. And there's several ways, right? There's the physical part of it, right? You go on a networking events, you have your elevator pitch, which is like, 30 seconds, what your business is about, what it's not about. It's, like I said, it's researching and understanding your target audience. And then once you understand them, you're finding out where they hang out. Are they in these type of Facebook groups? Do they flock to Instagram, or are they on LinkedIn? Or, you're finding out what platforms they use. And then you're looking at messaging that resonate with them. Are they individuals who are working 9 to 5 and they're tired of working their 9 to 5? Or are they people who are looking to move up in their 9 to 5, right? In their corporate job. So you want to be able to understand where your client is, and then you want to serve them and make their life easier. Your job is to simplify their life and make their life better with your products and services.
And on the flip side is, I want to say, sometimes we find that some people like to talk to everybody, and you can't market to everybody. That's why it's important for you to find
only Jesus.
That part.
Right. Yeah. So you can't, and it's understanding that you have to niche down, especially in today's market when everyone is establishing their online real estate, right? Their website, their Facebook profiles and their Facebook profile, Instagram, all of their platforms. They're establishing their digital real estate, and you have to, niche down because you can't effectively reach everybody online. So,
Yeah.
so hopefully that answers it. Thanks, Jack. Yeah. So yeah, we knocked out 2 of those questions with 1. Let me see if Fancy got a chance to. Maybe she had to go see about the kids too.
Yeah, she said she had to go see about the kids. So
okay. Any other questions?
But in terms of Black Friday, yes, we will be offering something for Black Friday. So please do stay tuned for that.
Yes.
But yes, thank you so much for that question, Bree, and also Brandon. It was kind of 2 questions all
wrapped up in one.
So thank you so much for your question.
What other questions might you all have? I've started to bring some of the questions we get via email. I did have a call with a potential client yesterday, and this came up in a call. This has come up in several calls we've had. Just with our current clients and with new clients. But this client, I wouldn't describe her as older. She wasn't as old as she would have. She was making herself out to be older than she was. She was in her late 40s, and she was like, I don't want to do lives because you got those 20-year-olds out there and they're doing all this amazing stuff, and I can't compete with them, and and that's a rebuttal, that's an apprehension. A lot of us find ourselves in. It's a barrier. That's a good one too. It's a barrier that we find ourselves in, and I got a chance to just talk to her a little bit about it and let her know, like, you have to understand that you're not trying, and it goes back to my last point I was just making, you're not trying to speak to the whole world. You're not trying to speak to 20-year-olds, right? If your target audience,
that might not even be your crowd,
right? You might be the thing that you might be the person and the voice that everyone wants to hear in your age group, or even on a particular topic that could attract all ages, right?
Right.
But if you're thinking about popularity as opposed to effectiveness, then that's where you get yourself off. You're not on here to get the most likes and grow this large group of followers that don't take any action. Your job is to be effective when you go live and when you post, when you blog, and being
intentional.
Yeah, you're intentional with it, right? You're looking to, if you have a heart for business and a heart to affect lives, then you're looking to make life better, right? You're looking to impart something on people. So, it was a really good conversation. We got a chance to have, and she left off with it empowered, just understanding like, I'm not trying to compete with 20-year-olds. Like I'm trying to speak to my specific target audience. So.
Right. And the side question to that, Felicia asked, how do you niche down?
Oh yeah, cool. We'll get that. Yeah, then we'll come back to Uncle Kevin.
Yeah, I went into this question because
it was right. Yeah.
Yes.
So good. So that's good. And you can chime in anytime you see fit. I know I could get them. Go ahead. But niching down, that's a really good question. How do you niche down? Well, it starts with asking yourself some questions, right? Mm-hmm. You really start to look at why you're why you're starting this business, why you started this brand, right? It's your why, right? It's what's motivating you to put yourself in front of people, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, unless you're an extrovert, you just like to, speak to people all day long and just like to be in front of people. Most people aren't just flocking and running to jump in front of people and be vulnerable, right? So you have to ask yourself, well, why am I passionate about this? And then once you identify that, then you say, okay, well, what other people would find themselves in the same boat? Yeah. And that's one of the easiest ways to niche down. You start to identify people who are looking for the same things you're doing. So you take Black Lives Matter as a great example. If you're passionate about Black Lives Matter, then you can say, okay, well, let me start to look at other people who are just as passionate about it. And then what can I provide from a service standpoint, from a product standpoint, that can make their lives better? Maybe it's having more access to information about things that people are dealing with, in our country in terms of Black Lives Matter. Maybe it's having something that allows them to represent themselves as as someone who supports the Black Lives Matter movement, right? So it's like, okay, I can give them clothing, right? I can give them all kind of, I could give them, materials, right? Like maybe it's posters, maybe it's something that represents that whole movement, right? So it's starting with why you are setting out to do what you're passionate about, and then seeing some other people who would be interested in that, and then there's other ways, right? We don't have enough time to get into every way to niche down, but
the whole process.
Yeah. It starts with questioning, and that's where it starts. It starts with starting a survey, right? Sometimes, and I'll just read this last piece. Sometimes it's surveying, people who your friends and family to say what they think of you and what do they associate you with, right? And a lot of times they'll let you know, like, oh, I know you for being a techie person, or I know you for being a really creative person. Once you start to narrow that down, then you start to identify, okay, this is an area that I can help people in because I'm that go-to person for tech, or I'm that go-to person for styling or creativity or for hair or for nails or whatever those things are. Then once you identify that, then you're like, okay, well, who am I passionate about, helping, right? Everyone, if you're a hairstylist, right, you may not want to do all types of hair. You may like a certain quality of hair. So that's letting you know, okay, I need to niche down to, to doing a certain quality of hair because that's the one that I have a passion for. Maybe my hair is like that, and I like to do, I like to provide that for other people. So
exactly.
Hopefully that answers it, but that gives you an idea. Yeah.
Moving on to the next, let me see, from Uncle Kevin. How important is a slogan to creating a company? Is it more or as important as branding?
That's a good question. So actually, your slogan is a part of your branding, right? So that goes back to the earlier description of branding. Branding is really branding is for establishing yourself in the market, right? So it's just like Coca-Cola. If Coca-Cola didn't put their name on their bottles, you would drink this drink and you'd be like, oh man, this is really good. It may be a thirst quencher. I might like the taste. I may have various reasons for why I like Coca-Cola, right? But if they never put their logo on the can and they never use a certain colors that you can identify them with, then every time you pick up a can, if it was a different color, if it was a different logo, you could not associate them with their taste and with the quality that they provide. So branding, that's what the branding is designed to do. It's not meant to replace marketing. It is meant to be a part of your marketing process. Now, with your slogan takes that further into a messaging. It takes it into the messaging effect, right? So it's going from just colors, just logos, right? Just icons, and then now it's bringing messaging in there. So now there's a message that's associated with your brand.
So like Publix, I feel like if you're going to hear this, where shopping is a pleasure, you automatically associate with Publix.
Right. And what are they doing? They're branding the experience. Yeah. They want it to be a pleasure, right? So every time you think about Publix, you're going to think about their logo. You're going to think green, and then you're going to think where shopping is a pleasure. So I can see it coincides with the brand. It's meant to define the brand. It's the messaging behind the brand. So you got the aesthetics, right? The colors, the logos, the imagery, but then now slogan starts to bring in messaging that are associated with it. Right. You think of Geico, and then you can save money in 15 minutes, right? Or you can get a quote in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So you get what I'm saying. That's kind of the idea behind slogans.
Yes, good question.
Yeah, these are good questions.
Any questions? Boy, let me check on Instagram. Hold on, y'all. Let me scroll. Let me see. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question. Okay, we have an answer, hopefully. What are some of your favorite brands and why?
Oh, go ahead.
General. Oh.
Go ahead. Here we go.
Well, please.
30 minutes later.
Clete, this is a good question. Like, I never thought, to answer what some of my favorite brands. Let's see. One, Clete already mentioned one, Coca-Cola. When I do drink soda, I've been feeling better these days.
Yeah. You actually have.
Thank you. I'm a Coca-Cola girl. So Coca-Cola, the brand, it has a in it, Oh, yes, he's telling me where to look. Another brand that I love is, of course, Disney. We're a Disney family. So Disney, I love their brand. They're all about like the whole Disney experience, no matter if it's a Disney movie.
What is the Disney experience?
Oh,
wow. See?
My childhood. No, I can't even explain it, but it's huh?
I'm just looking at you like,
you know, I love Disney, right? Because I grew up, right? It grew with me, you know, or I grew with it.
Yeah.
I grew with it, right? So I grew up on Disney. So it's a whole experience, you know, and it goes along with my childhood. And now that we have kids, now we're able to bring them into it, and they love it just as much as we do. Like, we still love it to this day. Like, the movies, we're all in, right? The theme parks, we're all in, right? When we go to the theme parks, it's just a whole experience. Soon as you see before you even step foot in the theme park, you're in the car, right? And you see the big Walt Disney World. It's like, it's just the experience. I love that.
Okay. Yeah. What else? What's another brand you got?
Another brand that I love, Girl CEO. Some of you might. I rock a lot of Girl CEO. This one says it crosses out model. Not a model, not a gold digger, but I'm an entrepreneur. And at the bottom it says Girl CEO. Why? I'm a girl CEO.
That's right.
I'm a female. I'm a wife. I'm a mom, sister, daughter, cousin, friend. You know, all the above. You know, and I, currently work a 9-to-5 along with building a business with my husband, along with now being the full-time teachers for our kids. During this pandemic, but doing all of that. All of that is a girl CEO.
Yeah.
Being a boss mom. So those are 3 brands that I'm loving right now.
Well, I'll keep it short. I mean, I like
you keep it short. Let's see.
Yeah. I like Apple. Well,
you said LOL.
I was a major Apple enthusiast when Steve Jobs was on the planet.
Yeah.
Post Jobs. I'm still a fan. Don't get it twisted. I'm still loyal. Don't get it twisted. I don't even know how to use those things. just playing. Don't want to start a war.
I
know. But Apple. I'm an Apple enthusiast. Let me see. Yeah. Nike. I get down with Nike. I'm pretty loyal to Nike, even though I'm not opposed to Adidas. Let me see. Brands. What brands?
I know.
I used to be heavy on Apple.
LeBron James brand.
Oh yeah, see, I'm on the camp. See, me and LeBron went to high school together, and I'm one of the boys. They just don't talk about me as much because I'm more in the background. You got Rich Paul, and you got the other guy, and I'm kind of the other guy that's always doing all the other work. So when I'm not doing this with my wife and business stuff, I'm with LeBron camp. So we just holding it down.
And I think Brandon says, "Hey, just chill." I think he's talking about the droids.
It's sad, man. I mean, do they have a camera? Anyway, so.
Oh my gosh. Good question. Phoebe says, I want someone to love me the way Kim loves Disney.
My God, you saw her light up, man.
I love it.
But
I love it.
We need to find a vaccine so we can get back over there. Seriously.
I love it. If you all have not had the Disney experience, I mean, it's open now, but if you want to wait a little bit, till it gets real safer, you got to experience.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Everything from the resorts to the trolleys to the rides to the food to the music to the smell.
Someone's drunk the Kool-Aid. All right. So, any other questions we got? Hey, my bad, B, man. Look, we ain't trying to ride on your device, man. I'm just saying, man. If I needed a doorstop, I would. All right. Did I say that? I didn't do that wrong.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that was a good question, Pete. Thank you so much.
Yes.
for that.
Any other questions?
Any other questions for tonight? Any other questions?
I don't know. You probably could jump on the Black Friday thing. I didn't see if I guess we must have lost Fancy when she.
Well, she said the kids.
Yeah. Oh,
we understand.
We know.
We understand. We understand. Okay, with the randoms question, favorite Hallmark movie.
They're all the same movie. So I don't.
It's
the same actors, it's the same movie. See, here's my theory on Hallmark movies, right? I think what it is a multiverse, right? It's a multiverse, and they're all doppelgangers because you keep seeing the same actors in the different movies, so they're in different dimensions, and they're all living their lives at the same time, and they're having it. That's what makes it cool to me. See, that's for my sci-fi. Shout out to my Flash watcher, Flash, CW.
CW.
What I mean? If you know about Flash and the CW, you know about the multiverse. That's all Hallmark. That's all it is Flash.
But to answer Bree's question, my favorite Hallmark movie, I would say, I have a few. I love the royal ones, but one of my favorites is what's the name? It's the one with the P.
With the P?
P. And it came on not too long ago. I'm sorry, I can't think of it. But I can say the ones that I do love, some of the ones that I do love are all the royal ones. So the royal ones are always...
No coincidence she loves Disney, right?
Yeah.
Castles, princesses.
I mean, it goes... Yeah. And then on top of that, of course, Christmas is my favorite holiday.
Anywho, would you guys...
Thanks, Bree, for the question.
What y'all get for Black Friday? What y'all doing for Black Friday? I just got to ask, what we doing? Let me know what the specials are, because your boy, I just want to make sure I ain't missing out. What we got going on.
Oh, gosh.
I'm just trying to find out,
This guy. What do you need to know?
TV, you always get a TV.
Sir.
TVs are good.
You have enough.
You can explore with TVs.
He has enough TVs.
All right, whatever.
He has a thing for TVs.
Go ahead, talk about Black Friday, baby. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, we don't want to hold y'all too much longer. I don't see any questions, but if any questions come up, feel free to either hit us up or whatever. But yeah, for Black Friday, well, we're not releasing it just yet. But
so you want to talk about it yet or no? You want to wait?
I did mention it before that we do have a Black Friday special coming out on Black Friday. Stay tuned because we'll be announcing it soon. But we talked. It was part of one of the questions that we did answer. Our Black Friday special is in regards to one of the main areas that we deal with a lot of clients that we get and a lot of
frequently asked questions.
A frequently asked question. So we decided to offer it as a Black Friday special, and we know it will bless you.
It will bless you.
Yes. It will bless your life. It will, because once you get this,
why don't you just tell them what it is? I mean, are we still in development? What are we doing? You want to just tell them what it is?
Okay, I'll tell you, because if you all have not noticed right now, you can't hold any water.
I mean, we got to advertise it. Just hey, Black Friday tomorrow. Guess what our product is?
No. Anywho, right? So we're going to have...
I'm sorry. What was that? Oh no, it's a we're gonna do a course. We're gonna do a course on customer avatar, right? We've been talking a lot about defining your target audience. We've been talking a lot about understanding your messaging, understanding the ideal client that you're going after. So we thought it was, like I said, we've been hearing this, we've been getting these questions in our lives. We've been getting these questions in our discovery calls with our clients.
Right.
So we thought it was fitting to put together a course where we'll focus on, we'll give you everything you need to know on how to create your own customer avatar. And, it's going to have a workbook that's associated with it, and it'll have what we call a dossier or a poster.
Dossier?
Yeah, that you'll be able to produce from the course. And when you produce it, you'll be able to have it, you'll be able to put up on your wall, you can print it out, put it on your desk, and you'll be able to refer to it every time you're talking about your clients. So now as you write your blog post, as you if you're on sales calls,
bring it in, because I was about to say, like, this is very huge, because once you have your customer avatar in parentheses, knowing who your target audience is, how much easier it is when, like Cleet says, like when you do your marketing, your advertising, when you're doing your social media content out there on your blogs, your podcasts, your YouTube videos, on the Instagram, on the Facebook, on the Pinterest, on the Twitter, wherever you are on, you will be able to have a clear-cut focus on who you are talking to.
Yeah. Couldn't have said it any better.
I just had to make sure they understood, understood the importance of it.
Passion.
Because a lot of people don't get it, and once you get that, like I hinted to earlier, like a lot of times people are trying to talk to everybody out there, and you can't market to everybody.
And it's always easier when you have a face, or you have an image, or some type of avatar, right? You have something to attach your brand, your target audience to, and you'll see in the course, we actually have you define the person, give them a name, give them a career. You go through the whole process, and what happens is every time you're marketing, like I said, you write that blog post, you're talking to that person. You're not trying to talk to somebody in Russia that doesn't even speak the same language as you, right? You're talking to your people. As we call it today, our tribe. You're speaking to your tribe. So we're gonna teach you in the course. It's gonna be a short course, but it'll take you through everything you need to do.
Very
and like
impactful.
I said, you're gonna have a workbook that you can take and continue to build multiple avatars with, and you'll have your dossier that you can keep printing out and doing whatever you need to do with it. So stay tuned. We'll have pricing hopefully definitely by the next live, and we'll be excited to launch it, and of course it'll be a Black Friday special. So stay tuned for sure.
So we hope you all will get in on that, so you all can have your customer avatars for your businesses.
That's right. And your brands.
That's right. So that's all we got, folks, for tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us this week. It's been fun as always. If you do have any questions that might have, you didn't think of at the time right now, feel free to hit us up. You can DM us or schedule a consultation with us at www.strategygeeks.com, or the link is in our bio. Once again, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Strategy Geeks. Thank you all so much again for joining us. We hope you all have a wonderful week, a better than ever weekend. And once again, we hope that you all stay safe, stay healthy, and stay connected.
Yeah. Have a great day, guys.
Have a great night.
Great night. I'm sorry.
Yes, a great time. Have a great night, y'all.
Great night.